Right now we have online, if I'm not mistaken, Matt Smith, who's been just submitted some UFO video right here to Third Phase. Welcome to the show, Matt.
Correct. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. How's it going tonight?
Oh, doing quite well. We're just going to pull up your video right now. It's titled Flying Serpent and the Orb. Before we get to it, do we have permission to share this on Third Phase Moon, your video that we're about to look at?
Yes, man. I would love for you to.
Appreciate it. Okay, let's play this video and let's take a look at it. So basically what you're claiming to say what you captured here on June of 2013 is a UFO and a space serpent. Describe to what we're looking at and what were you doing on this day and what made you look up in the night sky and start shooting this?
Well, I just got off work and was using a new night vision camera. It's a recording night vision camera. The company's 12 Survivors. The name of the camera is a digital trace, and basically you're able to just record on the spot. It's got a little memory card on it, so it works pretty well. And I was just kind of, looking at the sky, checking out some stuff, and all of a sudden I noticed something come into the frame at the bottom right, and the screen, the eyepiece is so small, I couldn't tell exactly what it was. It looked funny, I followed it, and once I got home and checked the footage and started actually watching it, I'm like, I'm blown away. I mean, I could not figure out what this thing was. This thing is slithering. It looks like it's behind all
Matt,
the
we're
trees.
looking at the video right now, and it's behind. We're looking at it, the dimensions. You got it great because you have the foreground, background, the telephone wires. Obviously, this it shows size and dimension to what it is. It's quite a large.
Now the camera is a 5 by 50.
Go ahead, Matt.
So the camera's a 5 by 50, so it's got a constant zoom of 5 times zoom. So the objects that you're looking at is actually 5 times away, which makes me think that this thing it's pretty big. It has to be a pretty good size for it to show up on screen like that. And I've tried to come up with every explanation of what this thing could be. Is it a flock of birds? Is it a parachute? Is it? And everything just doesn't make any sense once you watch that video a few times. But what was the weirdest thing is right after I saw this thing, I had my camera down and I noticed this little ball of light just kind of floating through the air. So I picked back up on it, and this happened just minutes later. And this ball of light was coming my direction, a little bit of an angle, and then all of a sudden it just turned and started to go in front of me, and then just started to go up, and then just vanished into thin air. And it wasn't a satellite, it wasn't a plane, it wasn't cloudy out. This thing was just a little ball of light, and it was it was really crazy, man.
Hey, I'm telling you, Matt, we're looking at the video right now. Third Phase of Moon team's watching it behind me. We're quite impressed with the fact that not only did you capture like the serpent, like whatever it is. Some people claim it's maybe a living organism of some sort. But then he captured this UFO orb at the same place, same time, within minutes of it. And also there are like flying rods in the video as well. So you captured like 3 different phenomenons within minutes. Yeah. Absolutely incredible in one take. Yeah, 201.
What's going on, Blake? It's Mark.
Mark. Hey, Mark. How you doing? Frequent caller into Third Phase of Moon. We're just taking calls in from around the world. What do you got to say, Mark? Any new sightings just of recently, or any opinion on what the savant said about
the cube UFO over Madrid on the 15th? I did a video on it on YouTube. Like, I started my own thing over there. It's doing pretty good over there on YouTube on my side of things. And I put up a video that I found from UFO Exposed where it shows a cube UFO. And you got 2 helicopters on the side, and then you see a drone fly over it, and you see the cube like pulsating, and it's just like sitting there rotating and stuff. You can go over to my channel.
Did you shoot this video of UFO footage yourself?
No,
from Madrid,
no. I got this
okay. Well, we're looking for videos that are exclusively shot from the people themselves, because in this world where we want to deal with the people that are shooting these videos. But we're going to take calls right now from around the world right now.
Joe Rodriguez, how are you?
Oh, now the private investigator, doing great, Mr. Joe Rodriguez. He's familiar with. It's the round table. Go ahead, Joe.
That's right. I'm taking my big telescope on Sunday. As you know, on Joe Rodriguez UFO, you're going to see that amazing stuff that I videotaped. I'm very proud of that. That was an amazing sight to see.
You shared it right here at Third Phase. Absolutely fantastic. Yep. We were up here late in Hawaii when it came in, and ourselves, when my brother and I saw this, we were quite amazed that you're just having your eyes on the skies. You've been around the summoners, but then you capture this event on your own. Absolutely incredible footage, Joe. And I saw you going around the neighborhood the next day and doing your investigation, trying to ask people if they witnessed it.
Yeah, exactly. I was asking everybody if they saw it, and if they didn't see it, I would tell them where to go see it. So you probably got a couple more subscribers from the city of Huntington Beach.
Oh, well, the subscribers, the people are just coming into Third Phase because it's the place to share this thing that's going on worldwide. And
exactly.
And Mr. Robert Bingham started something in L.A. just to correspond once he came on Third Phase and announced his summoning powers. It quite snowballed. Robert Bingham, what do you think of Joe Rodriguez when he came in as a skeptic to investigate you, and now how has things transpired over the year and a half, almost 2 years now?
Well, I think Joe has tried to prove that it wasn't and became a true believer. But as far as him thinking that the demons, which they're not, I think the terrestrials have taken a clear interest in Joe.
No.
I really do. And
no.
I'd like to say, Blake, that when I started this, that my main goal, one of my main goals was to make LA a UFO hotspot on the map, besides Roswell and Area 51. So I'm really just coming about to be what I'm accomplishing what I set out to do. But I'd like to state that I'm coming out with footage tomorrow, and it's going to be really amazing footage.
Ron, are you going to be at the park on Sunday?
Go ahead, Joe.
I'm afraid not, Joe.
Oh, man.
I
don't know if I'll carry it all by himself.
Well, we're hoping that we're looking
carry it all by himself.
We're looking forward to the footage that Robert caught today, and if you want to take a look at his YouTube channel, you should check out UFO Robert Bingham. But what's going on in Los Angeles, I think Robert did what he was set out to do, is put Los Angeles on the map in regards to what's happening, the City of Angels. Maybe that's what is going on over there. But the savant that was on earlier in the show that cracks these equations, he's going after Einstein's theory, he described it as that these demons, Satan, reverses into light. And these lights that are in the skies, that's not what I'm saying, but that's what his equation is saying. And
I agree with that.
It's science-based is what he's trying to portray it as. Matt Smith sent us footage right here live, just we're going over it a few minutes ago. Matt, are you aware of the Robert Bingham, the phenomenon, the man who summons UFOs? Have you been following Third Phase and being up to date on that? What do you think of what's going on over there in Los Angeles?
I have. I think it's amazing, man. I think it's some people claim, I've heard people's comments that it's just balloons and this and that, but I believe it's something else. When you put your thought out there, I think that somebody could be listening, and if there are aliens, they could be picking up on it,
Well, right now, it is the anniversary of JFK's assassination. What went down in Park Plaza in the Park Plaza area, we're not exactly sure the main media has pretty much convinced everybody now. The majority of people now believe that Lee Harvey Oswald was a lone assassin. If anybody wants to chime in tonight on their UFO sightings, you could call into 347-934-0378. Let's throw it out there. Private investigator Joe Rodriguez, your thoughts on the JFK assassination. Do you think it was a straight-up lone gunman that pulled this off?
My thinking is no way, absolutely no way. Nope. No. The government's been doing some underhanded stuff for a long, long time, very long time. And we find out 20, 30 years later the truth, maybe 40, 50 years later. Sometimes we never find out the truth, but I just don't trust the government.
Hey, do we want to, that's the whole idea of democracy and the freedom of speech is always to question our government. It's not doing anything wrong. It's just that's what, basically, to be a U.S. citizen, you got to exercise your civil liberties and do what we're doing right now. Mr. Robert Bingham's exercising his civil rights as well, doing these public events and all this. Absolutely incredible. What do you think about JFK? And let's bring in JFK Jr. Was this something to change a whole idealism? Maybe to protect the planet from maybe a World War III event? Let's just put it out this way. If JFK wasn't assassinated, where do you think the world would be right now?
Actually, what happened to JFK really changed the whole world. It was, I think, Lee Harvey Oswald was a hero, and he actually probably, I think, he found out that they were setting him up, and he was a patsy. And I don't believe he was at the book depository. He was in the front of the building, but he decided to go. Actually, I think that was one of the points that changed the whole world. What I'm saying is it's not the government, it's just certain elements within the government. Because the government's a big community.
Well, we're getting some chat right here at Third Phase, flash chat. Bradford Blair is typing in, why did Miss Kennedy jump on the trunk without being scared? Well, what Miss Kennedy did, jumping on the trunk, was grabbing brain matter and clutching it in her hands, thinking that he could put it back in Kennedy's brain. That's, I think, what she was doing. That's what people are claiming. If other people have any other ideas what she was doing, well, we'd sure like to hear it. I think we got Jonathan Castro back online. But I want to get to Mr. Matt Smith on his genuine opinion of what went down Park Plaza on this date 50 years ago.
Well, I'm 32, so, this is a little bit before my time, but the videos and stuff that I've seen, it's a little strange how at the last minute the road that they were supposed to be going down, they changed. They called off personnel security from being next to the car, and it's a little strange. I think that if JFK was alive today, I think definitely the world would have changed, because before he was assassinated, they said that he was going to expose the government for trying to enslave every man, woman, and child in the country.
Well, the opinions keep coming in on it, and I think it's pretty much one-sided that right here at Third Phase of Moon, the people are agreeing with what pretty much I think the whole Third Phase of Moon team believes, that there was a conspiracy going down, and the truth has not been coming out as the way it should be to the public, and there's a lot more that we don't know. Let's go to area code 212, all the way from New York. Welcome to Third Phase of Moon.
Blake, I just wanted to disagree with that caller or that guy who typed in that what was she doing on the trunk? She was scared. She was scared. That's what she was doing on the trunk. But the other thing is the show opened up with this guy from the UK. I don't know the classification of his mental condition, but supposedly he has a enhanced state of comprehension because he has autism, or he has Asperger's, or he's an idiot savant. But he claims to be able to unlock the key to EMC squared. or saying that it's a key that needs to be shut off. It's just ironic that it happened at this exact same generation, that the Kennedy assassination. You asked, where would the world be today? Well, here we are, and this guy from the UK might have an answer.
Well, thanks, area code 212, for that statement. Let's go back to what happened. Pretty much now, I'm not exactly sure when JFK was taken out, because he lived for a while right after the shot. So there's question what went down in the autopsy. There's these autopsy photos out there, the autopsy results, and there was a book called Killing of a President, and these showcase that there was a lot of manipulation on the body to cover up what was going on that day in the Park Plaza Hotel, and mysteriously this pristine bullet showed up on the medical bed besides JFK. How did that get there? I think somebody planted it, obviously. Joe Rodriguez, your opinion?
My thinking, anything is possible. I don't trust the government. Anything is possible. I just don't trust the government. From way back, not just our government, but from other countries, they've always done their thing, and we are the last ones to find out what's going on.
Well, third phase moon's trying to be translucent, kind of like the water spigot. The water is continuously flowing. It comes in fast, and we're trying to put it out as fast as we get it. We're taking calls right now. Area code 970. Welcome to third phase of moon.
Hi, it's Aqua.
So we're online right now. 970, can you tell us where you're calling from, and can you tell us what you think about this 50th anniversary of JFK? UFO sightings, was it a lone gunman? Go ahead.
I'm from Fort Collins, Colorado, and I have to say that I think everyone needs to remember and look back on what he said about what's going on in our government and, how everything is playing through, and, pay attention to what everything, around you is turning out to be. That's all I have to say. Simple enough.
The Kennedy brothers were probably at one time probably the most powerful brothers in human history, when they had they were starting things in this world that maybe it was getting way over their head. Eisenhower was invited to a secret meeting with Kennedy, and Kennedy asked for advice where he blew it on the Bay of Pigs. And it's just recently disclosed that at the Bay of Pigs in Cuba that pretty much Kennedy left these guys hanging dry right there in Cuba. And it was almost a setup. And it almost got over his head. Eisenhower told him, next time, ask your generals to find out what was going on. He might have created a mess that was over his head. We're not exactly sure. But area code 212 has a statement here. Go ahead. Area code 212's out right now. I think Joe Rodriguez said it pretty much. Ask the questions. Don't believe everything you hear on the news. Don't believe everything basically higher powers tell you. Have an open mind. And I think what's been happening around the world, and the videos coming in all the time, Joe Rodriguez, Robert Bingham, Mr. Jonathan Castro, all are supplying incredible videos to showing what's going on. Anybody have any comments on that? We're about to close the show here, so any last words for third phase of moon from everybody, the people that have called in?
Yeah, am I still on right now?
Ed, yeah. Mr. Matt? Yeah, you're on, Matt. Go ahead, Matt. Let's start with Matt that submitted this incredible video just earlier right here.
Just real quick, 2 days ago, I was videotaping the sunset. It's another video I sent to you. As I watched 10 to 12 orange balls of light float through the air. And then shortly after, 10 minutes later, a Black Hawk helicopter flew by low and faster than I'd ever seen before in my life. And then last night, same hill, helicopters, Black Hawk, military aircraft everywhere. I've videotaped all of this. I don't know what's going on, but I have no idea. But it's all recorded.
Well, Matt, you're not the only one that experiences Black Ops helicopters during UFO sightings. It's quite frequent when we get these videos that these black helicopters are strangely in the same area vicinity at the same time. Robert Bingham, I know you've had quite an experience when you're filming. Do you see quite a bit of kind of military action, black ops helicopters around?
Well, I think about 5 times I didn't see Black Hawks, but I've seen they scramble fighter jets and they fly real low over me. It's happened about 5 times. But
how about you? I know at the Holidale Park while Fausto Perez was down there, as he was speaking, Mr. Johnny Lice was filming right there for Third Phase of the Moon, our team member. Black helicopter flew right over the event. Jonathan Castro, you were on the ground right there. Did you witness it?
No, by the time I got there, I wasn't there. I had left by the time the chopper got there. But while we were there, no, there was no choppers.
I saw it.
Joe, was it military? What was the activity? What were they there for, do you think?
Well, I saw it, and we were surprised it was just passing by, but I really have no idea what kind of a helicopter it is. It was all black, but it could have been LAPD maybe. I don't know. And I really do not think that they're going to be showing up because we're trying to videotape UFOs. I doubt it seriously. I think the government, they've got their hands full with other stuff. We're not making that much of an impact yet, so I doubt it that it had anything to do with the government.
Well, it's been an amazing show. We're taking the last, statements right here at Third Phase of the Moon. Area code 970. Anything you want to say to Third Phase of the Moon listeners, viewers around the world in regards to the UFO phenomenon?
There's been a few sightings over the Colorado areas that I live in Fort Collins and in Denver, off and on. You just have to look up in the sky and keep an open eye out. You might see something.
Thank you very much, all the way from Colorado, calling into Third Phase of the Moon. Mr. Robert Bingham, any last words for the Third Phase of the Moon listeners?
Yes, tomorrow I will be posting a video on my website, which is UFO Robert Bingham on YouTube, and I'll be deciding whether I'm going to send it to you, Blake. So I probably will be sending it to you. So just keep an eye out there. There's a lot of things happening right now, and so things are really turning up real fast. So don't be surprised if the disclosure comes sooner than you think.
Thank you, Mr. Robert Bingham. We'll be keeping an eye out on your channel for this video that you just shot just recently. Joe Rodriguez, any last words?
Yes, I disagree with Mr. Bingham with all his respect, his due respect. I think the closure is not going to come. It's just a misdirect.
Thank you, Mr. Joe Rodriguez. We are Third Phase of the Moon, and we appreciate everybody that sends their videos so we can showcase their stories, their videos to the world. Without the people like you, Robert Bingham, Joe Rodriguez, Jonathan Castro that called in tonight, Mr. Matt Smith, Third Phase of the Moon wouldn't be where we're at right now. With over, I think we're approaching 83 million views by the end of the month and probably 130,000 subscribers as well. So everybody keep their eyes on the skies, and if you captured anything amazing in regards to UFOs, you could contact us via Skype or Facebook. My name's Blake Cousins. We'll see everybody again next time.
Who's Einstein?
Hey, Joe.
Hey. Hey, Robert.
Oh.
Who's Einstein? Hey. Food. Oh. What is he going to say? I'm moving. There we go. Robert, how are you?
Hey, Mr. Rodriguez, can you hear me?
Robert, go on Sunday.
Hey, Mr. Joe Rodriguez, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Matt Smith, man. I was just going to ask you, I was watching some of your videos, and I was wondering, you were a skeptic at first, so now you're a believer? You believe in UFOs?
Right. At first, I used to think that everybody that saw UFOs was crazy.
Uh-huh.
Now that I've seen them and videotaped them, now I don't feel the same way anymore.
We're going extended cut. Go ahead.
I was asking.
I used to believe they. Go ahead.
UFO experience, you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I heard it because I got in the show a little bit later, but there's a lot of experiences out there, tons of experiences of people seeing things.
Yeah, it's.
I think
it's weird
they're ghosts.
Man, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just believe, me personally, so you know, I believe that they're ghosts. They're satanic manifestations to mislead people and make them think that aliens created us. They used to say that we came from monkeys. Now they're saying that we came from aliens. So anything but the truth, which is we came from God.
This is an extended cut right here at Third Phase Moon. I think we got about 10 minutes left on the broadcast, so I was shutting down. There was a little bit of chatter during the closing track on Third Phase. And I wanted to shout out Third Phase of Moon, who's been given these incredible tracks right here, Mr. Paul Barrett, K5.
Oh,
Paul
right.
Barrett's been supplying incredible soundtrack to Third Phase of Moon, supplying all the music for these background UFOs. And we're going to be releasing very shortly the K5 collaboration, Third Phase of Moon album on iTunes very shortly. And, it sounds like Joe Rodriguez is kind of a fan. He was singing along in the background, huh?
Yeah, it was. It's a good tune. I like it.
Cool. So, anyway, I think Mr. Matt Smith had some questions about you being a skeptic, showing up to Robert Bingham. Matt, did you have any more questions for the UFO hunter, Joe Rodriguez in L.A.? I think you kind of found it kind of interesting that he's out there investigating this phenomenon.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that you did come in as a skeptic, because a lot of people are skeptics, and people do kind of look at you like you're crazy. I mean, personally, from my personal standpoint, I had an experience when I was about 10 years old, and from 10 years old until 32 years old, nothing happened at all. I never saw anything in the air until June 25th. I experienced something fly directly over my vehicle, and it was like
year?
300 feet away of this year, a few months ago, And since then, all these things have been happening. I've witnessed orange floating balls of light. I've witnessed smaller white orbs of light shooting through the air right by me, floating by me. I've seen the strangest aircrafts and drone-looking aircrafts I've ever seen, and all this stuff has started this year in June. And
you know what I think about that? Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I know we have a little bit of time, but just real quick, I think that what's going to happen is we are all going to be seeing a lot more stuff, a lot of stuff, including we're going to see the faces of our dead ancestors. It's going to happen. You'll see. You'll see.
No, I can totally see that, man. I believe that. I've heard before, that some UFO sightings or reports that people have had experiences with aliens, have also seen their dead relatives alongside with them. So yes, I can totally see that.
Yeah, it's all about confusing the people, really screwing them up mentally, and getting them to think about all these crazy possibilities except the truth.
970, do you have any questions for Joe Rodriguez? He's been down there at a lot of events in L.A. You want to ask him straight up any questions of what he's seen over there?
Not really. Just keep doing what you're doing and keep on looking.
And videotaping.
I know Joe's been investing quite a bit into equipment, and some people have asked the Celestron telescope that you use. Are you able to capture imagery from it, or is it just straight up? What you see is what you get on your end?
No. I finally have it figured it out. I've got a video camera attached to it, so whatever I'm going to see with it, we're going to put that on video and send it to you. So I finally figured it out.
How easy is it for you to track and pan and follow fast movements and stuff with it? Does it work pretty well?
If the UFO decides to stay in one spot for a few minutes, that'll give me a chance to redirect the telescope and find it in the viewfinder, and then zoom in and focus. So I need about maybe if you can give me 7 minutes, that'll be enough for me to zoom in on there and maybe look at the pilot or something.
Yeah.
That's in theory, of course. Once I'm there, I don't know what's going to happen. No, but you know what? Let me tell you something else. This is exciting. Let me tell you something else. I just got myself an infrared camera. Infrared. In the daytime, we're going to be able to see some stuff through an infrared filter with a night vision camera for the daytime, too. So on Sunday, I'm going to also use that as well. And it's going to be side by side next to a regular video camera, so that when you viewers see everything, you'll see a regular screen and you'll see infrared screen, and you'll probably see some UFOs on the infrared, and you will not see them on the regular camera. So I think there's a lot of stuff out there that you cannot catch.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so Sunday is going to be an interesting day.
Well, we look forward to the video that you capture, and with that equipment, you're going to be right on it, and the equipment, that's actually, you've come a long way, Joe. That we've watched you from the beginning as well, and your videos and what you're doing now, and it's quite an incredible story, and we appreciate the correspondence that we always have right here at Third Phase of Moon, Joe.
Thank you. And Blake, my whole thing is to let the world know, just like you're doing, to let them know something's happening, whether it's from the demons or from actual aliens, whatever. Wake up, something's going on.
Exactly right, because if you're not looking, you're not going to see it as well. So that's the whole point of it. I hope everybody keeps your eyes on the skies, and the whole panel, again, thanks for joining us right here at Third Phase of Moon. Any last words? Area code 970 from Colorado for the listeners, this extended version of Third Phase.
Just keep your eyes on the sky like always, and of course, always keep love in your heart no matter what.
Mr. Matt Smith, thank you, area code 970 Colorado listeners, and definitely have your camera ready and report it to Third Phase when he captures something right there in Colorado. There's a lot of things going on. Thanks again, 970.
You're welcome.
All right, Matt Smith, any last words? We are just about wrapping it up. We appreciate your video again, the serpentine thing. I'm sure you're going to have your cameras close here in the near future.
Yeah, I've got a lot of recorded footage that I'm going to be putting back up onto YouTube. Matt Smith is the channel, and it's really amazing stuff. And just keep your eyes open.
Also,
all right,
Robert.
Go ahead, Joe.
You know what? I mean, not Robert. Blake. I was going to say, I'm going to be going to the Bahamas in about a week, and it'll be interesting if I catch something at the Bahamas. That'd be terrific.
Absolutely. Good luck. I know the odds are in your favor. You're already halfway there, having the open mind and looking out So appreciate it.
I'll do that when I'm in Bimini as well.
All right.
Wow, the information, the eyes, the third phase of moon nights, this is all spreading, and we never know what's going to go down. Now let's close it out listening to Paul Barrett, K5, third phase of moon. Good night, everybody. We'll see you again next time.